What is up, you guys? I am coming back to you right from this heat wave. I don't know, I feel, I guess, inspired when it's like super hot outside, because I don't want to really go outside, but I do, obviously, because it's way hotter maybe inside my apartment. Again, like I said in my last video, I'm kind of cooking more raw foods because it's easier to eat cold, fresh tasting foods. So today we're gonna make a like a raw Thai salad. It's all gonna be in one bowl, so it's gonna be pretty simple. So let's just go through what we're gonna have in the actual bowl first, and then we'll get to making the sauce. It's gonna be relatively simple, quite a lot of ingredients, but all of these ingredients are within your reach and like super easy to find. So let's get started. I didn't have any other lettuce other than the iceberg lettuce that I used the other day for the bowls, for the wraps, I mean. So we're gonna use that, but you can use any other greens that you'd like. So there's about a cup in here. We're gonna use this bowl as the mixing bowl. And then we have some shredded carrots, which I used a mandolin for. There's about a half a cup in there. So we'll just put that. I'm just gonna throw everything in one bowl right off the bat. We have some crimini mushrooms and about a half, there's about three to four crimini mushrooms, like depending on the size. So it'd be like about a quarter of a cup, I would say. And then about half of a red pepper. And just slice however you want. I slice them like long ways, like that. But yeah, just slice them however you'd like. Then the next thing, I didn't pre-do this one just because I did want to show you. I think I've done spiralized zucchini in my previous videos, maybe from like last summer. But I used my other spiralizer. I have this one and it has two settings. So like you can use this side for long, thin pieces, or this side for shredded like noodle pieces. So you literally just go like this. Usually, I guess you want to do it over a bowl. Sometimes what I like to do too, because they come off in like long pieces like that, without breaking, is just pick them up and rip them apart. Like, just get your hands dirty. That's what cooking is all about anyways. And I'm assuming if you're watching YouTube, you have a sink so you can just wash your hands after. Our last ingredient that's going to go straight into the bowl is going to be basil leaves. And the reason I didn't chop these up yet is because I wanted to show you what size we're looking for, because they come in all different sizes on the stems. So like kind of like a small to medium large size, like that. And you can just like stack them all up on top of each other, just like that. And then roll them up like a small smoke, I guess. And then just cut them as thinly as you can. You don't want to batter them too much, so don't go crazy, but yeah, just kind of like, so they're just going to be, boom. You could probably be thinner, but to be honest, my knife sucks. So yeah, you get those couple of pieces of zucchini that didn't make it in the bowl. All right, so that's it for what's going to be the contents of your salad, or of your bowl rather. This seems like a lot of food, but I promise it's not, and you could eat it in 2 meals if you'd like. I'm a big eater, so I'm like, it's not that much food, but maybe it is for you. That's okay. So onto the sauce. We're going to use the magic bullet again. And so I have about a third of a cup of sun-dried tomatoes. You can cut these up if you want. I'm hopeful, because they're not like super tough, that they will just blend up nicely. The next thing we want to do for our water content is going to be some celery, so maybe like about 2. So obviously take off these ugly bits at the ends. And you can always add water too if it's like not mixing up well enough, but yeah, I would cut them down a little bit. Don't have to be anything like fancy. or uniform. Just put them right in here. Oops. I literally always drop stuff on the floor. I've gotten to the point where I just, like, when I'm like wiping the counters off, I just throw it onto the floor because I'm gonna have to sweep anyways. So 1 green onion. So just, again, cut off the hideous bits on the ends and just loosely cut them. It's not too much of a bother because, again, we're blending it. And if my magic bullet that's very old and like a hand-me-down can work, trust me, whatever like low-powered blender you have will work for this too. You just have to give it a little shake sometimes. Okay, so and then we want a little bit of ginger, about a pinky size. So I'm just gonna peel up this piece here. I think I've said this before, when blending up ginger, you actually should just chop these down quite a little into smaller pieces because it is a tougher thing. And I mean, it's a root, so it's pretty hard to blend, especially with this not amazing blender. Again, for some more water content, we got some tomato here, just a 1 Roma tomato. The riper, the better. It'll help it blend more. And if you're lucky to have a super high-powered blender, you probably don't even have to cut any of this stuff up. And then I think we just have 2 more ingredients. Oh, no, 3, I lied. So we're gonna put about 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. You can omit this if you don't like spice at all. It's not gonna be that spicy, so. But I always say that and then, oops. I definitely put a little bit more than needed, but that's fine. I always say that and then I'm like, whoo, my mouth is on fire. We're gonna use a date to sweeten it up. So that might combat some of the cayenne pepper that I put, maybe. And chop that guy up because that is even tougher than the, what was I gonna say? Than the ginger. Okay, and now just 1 more ingredient. So we're gonna use an almond butter. I got the smooth creamy stuff, but you can use the chunky stuff if that's all you have. So yeah, just a teaspoon of that. Cool. And then, yeah, just, it's gonna be time to blend it. So probably I need to blend for like a minute. And then, yeah, if you're having trouble getting it going, I'd just add like a teaspoon of water at a time because you don't want to water it down. But you know what? I actually forgot a little bit of lemon juice. I looked down and I realized I totally forgot that. And it actually blended up pretty good so far. So it does need to be blended for maybe like another half of a minute. But yeah, let's just get some of that in there. If you have like a small strainer, use that to catch the seeds. If not, use your hands and hope for the best. All right, that should be good. Pop that back on the blender and then clean up your station while that's happening so that as soon as this is ready, you can dig in and eat it. All right, so we are back. Everything is nice and blended. It's gonna be like kind of a chunky mixture. Blended well. In retrospect, I should have just used that small, in retrospect, I should have just used my food processor. It would have been the perfect size for that. In any case, there's a few things I forgot to add. The green onions, so about 3 green onions, like the 3 stems of that, and about a 1/4 of a cup to a 1/2 of a cup of cilantro. You can always omit that as well if, you know, again, you don't like it. And then we have limes and some mint for garnish. And you can always eat garnish, so that's cool too. Get yourself a spoon, dump your entire mixture on your dressing or on your salad. Interestingly enough, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I did work at a raw vegan restaurant for a while and picked up a few tricks, even though I wasn't a cook there. I did get to see how a lot of this stuff is made, and it's quite easy, but things that you wouldn't think, I mean, probably the stuff that I just put together, you wouldn't think that that's something that you would mix for a salad. But it is. And it's crazy delicious. All right, and then we just want to serve it up. I'm probably gonna end up having this for lunch and dinner. It's so super hot that I'm not that hungry right now, but I've only had breakfast, which was a smoothie. Which is crazy because I'm a huge fan of food and eating a ton of it. Okay, here we go. Then you want to put a lime or a few limes on the side. I love citrus, so I have like a plethora of it even right here at all times. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna take this mint leaf to garnish it and to fully eat it as well. But there you have it. Vegan raw pad thai bowl. Pretty simple, pretty huge meal. So I mean, like, you could probably chop half my ingredients in half, and just chop the salad ingredients in half, and then just, you know, put the dressing on it as you see fit. But yeah, super simple, lots of ingredients, I know, but you know what? Why not? You can be extra anytime you want. I'm extra all the damn time, so. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and again, thanks for like staying on hold for like almost 2 months while I just like collected my brain back. All right, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification if you want to be notified the next time my videos come out. Peace.